So for Jingle Bells, we were learning the first line and the second line. Today we're going to add the third line. Now, what's important about adding the third line is this line is exactly the same as the first line. So you've actually already learned it, but I want you to really make your practice time to focus on practicing these three lines, because our recital is not that far away anymore. It's about a month away, so we want to make sure we're practicing this song a lot so that by the time the recital comes up, you feel nice and comfortable. So I'm going to start by playing the first two lines, which you already know, so make sure you have this music in front of you. So I'm going to start by playing the first two lines, and then I'm going to add the third line, and you're going to see that the third line is the same as the first line. So it's not that much to add for this week, but I think it's important to focus on learning this really well before we learn anything new. So here we go. So for Jingle Bells, don't forget we've got a high 2, right? So we've got a high 2 on our A string and a high 2 on our E string. For this song, we don't actually end up going that high. So we start on our high 2. So high 2 meaning that our 2 and our 3 are touching. So right on your tape line. Make sure your fingers are always right on your tape lines. So we start with our high 2 on the A string. So those the first two measures are just 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 2, 2. Now the next part, 2 on the A string, open on the E string, open on the A string, 1 on the A string, and 2 on the A string. So you've already learned that part. The next part, on the second line, we have our 3 on the A string. So it goes 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're still only doing our 2s. Now we're adding the 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, open. So on that line, the only note on the E string we're playing is the very last one. So I'll show you on here. The only E we're playing is right here, right by my finger on the last line. Every other one of these notes are on the A string. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 on the A string, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 on the A string, 1, 1, 2, 1, open on the E string. So those first two measures all together sound like this. So another thing you're going to notice is how important it is that we hold that note out, hold that note out, and hold that note out even longer. So remember, we wrote it in to really practice holding those notes out. These two notes are quick because they have the little bar underneath them, and then those two are hold out as well. Now when we move on to this third line, it's exactly the same as the first line. So it's 2 on the A string, 2, 2, 2, hold it out, 2, 2, 2, hold it out, 2, open, open on the A string. So 2 on the A string, open on the E string, open on the A string, 1 on the A string, 2 on the A string. So again, the only E we have is right there. It's the only E. It's right in the middle. So I'm going to play that third line. So make sure we're using as much of our bow as possible. We want to have nice, long, even strokes. So we've added the third line for this week. It sounds exactly the same as the first line. So when we play all three lines together, it sounds like this. that's as far as we're going to take it today. So make sure you just practice those 3 lines. Keep on playing that note reading exercise. And if you start to get bored, you can play Frere Jacques, but I really want you to focus on Jingle Bells for this week. So have a good week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.